Hola! And welcome back to another live East Coast Art Party painting event. Today we're going to be painting one of our very original paintings here, this beach chair scene on the beach. Everyone wishes we were there right now. We're still dealing with a little bit of snow. It's cold, it's windy, but at least we're inside. So, for today's event, we are going to need all of our colors. So our primary colors are yellow, our blue, our red, a black, and a white. We're going to need 3 brushes, so it doesn't matter what size, but a large one, a medium one, and a small one. We're going to need a pencil or a piece of chalk or some type of drawing utensil that we're going to sketch on the beach chair at the end. I know it looks daunting, but Damon's got it all set up, so he's going to make yours look better than his. A plate for some mixing, so we are going to be making some brown and some other colors here. Some napkin, paper towel, towels, whatever you have to kind of dry your brushes off when you wash your brushes. What else? If you don't have any of the supplies, you can get it on our website, eastcoastartparty.com, on the link at the very top. You just click on it. We have all of our supplies there. We've recently just added a couple new brushes into our list of brushes. We have a fan brush and we have a palette knife that you can get as well. So when we do these,
the raw boss knights.
Yes, the raw boss knights. They're really good to use for those unique paintings. Oh yes, a cup with some water as well. You're going to need that, so you can wash your brushes off or put your brushes in the water when you're not using it. If you're not already subscribed to our Facebook page, East Coast Art Party on Facebook, East Coast Art Party PEI, if you're on PEI, do so and you'll get notifications every time we're launching one of these events. You can also view, we have a lot of people keep asking us, where can I view the previous videos? We have about 30 of them now, so when you go to the Facebook page, on the left hand side, you can click on videos. Every single video that we've done is going to be there for you to go back and watch. Even during this live stream, if you find that we're going a little bit too quick, you can pause the video and you can rewind. There's no rush at all. Take your time. Without further ado, I'm giving you, what's your name today?
Sunny D.
We have Sunny D coming in here to help you paint this beautiful beach chair painting. Good luck, guys.
Sunny D in the house.
Sunny D.
This is my normal beach attire. Got to keep this this nice big hat on so that I don't get too sunburnt. All right. Got to stay protected. Oh, dude, we didn't do our opening. Oh. Jeff and Damon in the morning.
It's the afternoon, or it's night.
It's nighttime, but still, that's
I don't even know
gonna
what
be
day
our
it is anymore.
If you don't know where that's from, one of our previous videos last night, we had this big long conversation about community. Just go back and watch it, then you can get caught up. Otherwise, that joke makes absolutely 0 sense to you. Alrighty, let's get going. We're gonna start off on the background. We're gonna make this super simple. We're gonna do a boatload. See, little joke because of a beach. Boatload of blending. We're gonna blend in our sky. We're gonna blend in our water. Then we gotta make some brown, which I do have a little cheat sheet for you, so don't worry. We'll make it nice and simple. I like to do this one with a lot of blending because it's a sky. They're all gonna look different. So is mine. Don't worry. Don't stress about any of this until we get to the beach chair. I'm kidding. That's gonna be easy too. Wow, crowd is so serious tonight. No chuckles. No chuckles. Okay, so we're going to start off with our large brush. We're going to start off right at the middle. We're going to go back and forth with some yellow and white on our brush at the same time. A little yellow and white. And then as we're bringing it up, we still have yellow and white on our brush. We're going to start picking up tiny bits of red. And we're going to blend that right on the canvas so that we get some nice streaks of orange. Then we're going to move up to just some red. And we can take a little bit of that red and throw it pretty much anywhere. It'll be nice and blended. And at the very top, while we have red on our brush, we're going to pick up a tiny hint of blue and blend that in. All right, now I know that sounds like a lot, but don't worry, I'm going to repeat it again as we do it. I always like to explain all my steps, then we'll talk it through as we go. Hopefully we're not on mute right now. No? Okay. Let's start off with some white and yellow on our brush at the same time. And we're going to put a line right across the middle of our canvas. There we go. And we're done for today. We'll be back next week to finish this off. All right, I got half a chuckle out of Jeff there. At least I think I'm funny.
Thank you.
All right, so some yellow and white on our brush. We're going to blend that back and forth. Remember, this is a sky. There's no wrong way to do it.
A beautiful sky.
It's going to be a beautiful sky. Just think about all those wonderful beach days we're going to have. Not yet, but soon.
Next year.
Next year. Next year.
Hopefully.
The beaches are all closed right now. Don't go to the beach. You're not allowed to. Stay home. Just paint a beach.
Right now, life is a beach. No?
Yes. Yes, it is. So we're still going back and forth with some white and yellow on our brush. It's nice and streaky. Covering the canvas. Make sure you get the sides of your canvas. Jeff is a stickler for that.
Well, I mean, when you hang it up, you're going to see the sides.
Yeah, but I meant on mine. Do I have to do my sides?
Well, it's just good habit.
Yeah, okay.
Good practice.
Okay. Well, it's right. For yours, definitely because you're going to hang it on the wall. For mine, well, these get auctioned off on eBay for $10,000 a piece, so I guess I should.
Yeah. 100% you should.
And then while we still have some that yellow and white on our brush, and it's still wet on the canvas, we're going to start picking up tiny little pinpricks of red. We're going to blend that on so that we get some oranges going through here. Little bits at a time. It's all just blending. Nice and easy.
Beautiful looking sky.
Oh, thank you, sir. Nice and streaky.
We always like doing this. So if you get a chance in between your painting, why don't you throw in the comments where you're painting from? I'd like to see how far this video goes, where everyone's painting from. And not like your living room, I mean like physically.
We know you're in your living room, where you should be. You should be at home.
Like, what city are you in? Province, state, country.
Country, yeah. We've had people tuning in from Australia.
That's right.
There's a couple out there that were doing it. There was somebody who was stuck in the Dominican who was doing it too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we're getting all over the place. It's great. It's great. We're not just PEI famous anymore. We are also famous with that one person in Australia and that one person
Stuck in Dominican.
Yep. Yeah. That's all right. We're having fun. It's all about the people.
Speaking of the people, I'm going to do a trivia question.
Yes, sir. What you got?
Women in North America. So women in Canada and the U.S. have stopped doing this while quarantined. 23%, actually, I should say, 23% of women in North America have stopped doing this while quarantined. What is it? What's your guess, Damon?
I don't know. Can men do it too?
Men can
Or do
definitely-
men do it?
Some men do. But this question is specifically about women.
Okay, okay.
Que penses-tu?
What?
That means, what do you think?
All right. I don't know. I don't know. Laundry.
They just stopped doing laundry?
Yeah. Make the guy do it.
If there is a guy.
If there is a guy.
That's not the answer.
Make the kids do it if there's kids.
True.
Or just don't do it at all.
Make the dog do it.
Make the dog do it if you
that's
can.
smart.
If you can make your dog do your laundry, let me know.
Yeah. That's not the answer.
Oh.
Great guess, though.
Okay. I tried.
We'll give it a few minutes.
Yeah.
Pop your guesses in the comments there. It's a lovely color you got going on up there.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I had a little bit yellow on my brush when I wanted red on it, so I apologize.
Are you making a purple?
Who's painting?
I'm
He always
asking.
does this.
I just ask questions. Keep the people informed.
Yeah, but there's so much judgment in your questions.
No, well, it was a very
He's
positive.
like, what are you making? Purple?
Oh, that was a. But if there was judgment, it'd be like, "What is that?
Ah,
Purple?"
okay, gotcha.
I'm like, "Oh wow, that's a lovely little purple you got going there."
All right. So we had a little red on our brush. We're picking up just a little pinprick of blue, blending that right at the top, so that, yes, it gets a touch of purple up there.
It looks good.
Thank you, Jeff. If you put a bit too much blue, like that, just take some red, brush it out.
See, happy little mistakes,
There's no such thing as a mistake, only interesting solutions.
and you just solved it.
I did. I haven't dropped any quotes here in a little while. Any of my own, at least. Any of my own, by that I mean ones that I've stolen off the internet. Well, the first few videos did a couple of good ones. How about this one? The only way to be good at something is to be bad at it first.
It's true.
Ponder that. That's deep.
What did it say? You need 10,000 hours practice at something to be a master at it?
Really?
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
Who are they?
And if they say it, you know it's true.
Do you have another guess at that question? 23% of North American women have stopped doing this while quarantined. What is it?
Is it like putting on makeup?
No, but you're along the lines of
Oh, okay.
what we're going for here.
Along the lines of what we're going for.
Do you want the answer?
Yeah, give it to me.
Shaving their armpits.
Ah, I stopped doing that too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Like 29 years ago?
No, like yesterday.
Oh. Okay. No judgment there.
Don't judge. There's no judgment in this studio, man. We're here for a good time. We're here to help these people. Everybody tell Jeff to be nice. Come on.
I am being nice.
Mm-hmm. So much judgment. So I just have a little bit of that purplish color that we blended. Just adding a few streaks into the sky. It's a sky. It can be whatever you want it to be. It's your sky. Wait, sorry, I was hanging out with Rob Boss the other day, so I picked up a few of his mannerisms. And again, if you guys don't know who Rob Boss is, go check him out. We're up to 3 appearances by him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting popular. When you're done with that sky, go ahead and wash off that large brush, dry it off. Then we're going to start on our water. First thing we're going to do with our water is with our large brush in blue, we're going to put a little line down here, so a nice little curve. So then we know where our beach is and where our water is going to be. So I'm just going to do that in just blue right now. Start up here, and we're going to end right about there. Just here. Go. Just a little guideline so that we know where to put some paint. Over here is going to be over here is going to be water. Over here is going to be beach. And we're going to go ahead and do some more blending. We're going to be taking some of our blue and a little touch of white. We're going to start doing brush strokes back and forth, blending this water. But I'm using the skinny side of my brush this time. So not the wide side, we're using the skinny side. Little bits at a time until we get our water in. So we'll go right across the horizon here so we know where to stop. That's straight, if not. There we go. We're going to go with little bits of blue and tiny touches of white. Nice and streaky so that we get some darker and lighter spots. And now don't worry if you're not quite started on this yet. A couple of things, you can always hit pause, you can rewind. Also, after we get our beach put in, we're going to take a little drying break. No rush tonight, guys, no rush.
I like that blue.
That's a nice blue. Everybody's blue is a little different. Depends on the shades that you have, the pigments.
Like, for example, the blue that you guys see in this picture in the bottom left-hand corner is Ultramarine Blue.
Yes. This one, I prefer this one.
Yeah.
I like it a little bit more. It says Phthalo Blue.
How do you spell phthalo?
Phthalo? P-T-H-L-E-A-O. Phthalo. Go double check that. I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Pretty sure you're right. P-H-T-H-A-L-O.
I was close.
It's phthalo.
Phthalo. You have to say it with a lisp. Phthalo. But everybody's blue's a little different. And I always like to say this, that the paintings I do always look a little different. Every single time that I do one of these paintings, it's going to look a little bit different. My sky is going to be a little bit blended differently. My water is going to look a little different. That's okay, because so's yours. They're all going to look different. But we're all painting a beach.
We want them to look different. If they all look the same, we'd all just be another artist.
Exactly.
We want to be different.
We want to be unique. So still just using the skinny side of my brush. Touches of blue, touches of white. We're not brushing over the same spot too many times because we want those different colors showing up. You know, I'm happy with that. Let's just get this side so that Jeff doesn't yell at me later. Thank you. Get a little bit right over here. Right on, right on. So then go ahead and clean out your brush.
While you're getting ready to make your brown, I'm going to ask another trivia question.
Throw it at us.
65% of managers say they would not hire someone if they fail to do this in a job interview. What is it?
They failed to do this in a job interview.
What is it? What can it be? 65% will not.
Shake their hand?
That's a good guess, but not the right answer.
I don't know. Let's let you guys ponder that for a few minutes.
Pop it in the comments if you think you know the answer.
Yeah, I'm going to think about that one too. So we cleaned out our brush, we dried it off. Now we got to make brown. So brown is a mix of 3 colors. We're going to use yellow, red, and blue. And it's all just varying amounts. Again, like I was saying, with our different types of blue, different shades of blue, different shades of red, it's going to take varying amounts. But I do have a little cheat sheet for you. The way I'm going to make some brown is I'm going to take equal parts of my yellow and red, and I'm going to add little tiny bits of blue into it till I get a nice dark brown. So always start with your lightest colors first whenever you're making any colors. So you're going to start with yellow. You're going to start adding red to it. You're going to start adding little bits of blue at a time. And as you're stirring that together, pop you up right here. It's my cheat sheet. As you're stirring it together, if it's looking too purple, you just add some more yellow. If it's looking too green, you add some more red. And finally, if it's looking too orange, you need to add some more blue. Small amounts at a time. Reference this cheat sheet. Cheat sheet. There we go.
Sounded like you were swearing there.
It did. We need a beep button.
Or like a 6-second delay so we can
yes.
catch it. We're not there yet.
Not quite. We're doing our best, people. We're doing our best. We hope you're still enjoying it. I know we are. It doesn't matter. Even if there's only like 2 people watching, let's still do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keep our sanity.
Exactly. It keeps us sane. That's what it's all about. And you guys, but us first. So little bits at a time. I started out with equal parts of yellow and red, and then I started adding little bits of blue at a time till we get a brown. Again, with whichever shades you have, it's going to take a little trial and error. Even if you have our stuff, if you picked up one of our kits or our paints or whatever, it's going to take a little bit of trial to get a brown. But again, just reference this sheet. It's as easy as I can make it right there. Again, that pause and rewind button is a great feature. But I'll give you just a second to do that.
And make sure you make enough brown to do the whole beach area.
Yeah, I didn't cheap out on it.
What are you drinking there?
Well, Jeff, I have this lovely fresh cup of country style coffee. No free ads. Country style, give us the endorsement already.
He pays just as much for that coffee as everybody else.
I do. I don't mind paying my share. They're still working there, so I mean, good on them for still providing coffee. And all the retail workers and everywhere. Be nice to those people. They're the ones making sure that we all have coffee and food, and there's the healthcare workers and everything. So be nice to everybody. Let's just blanket it all.
Just be nice.
Just be nice. Just be nice. Okay, once you have your brown made up, clean out your brush really well. Dry it off. Because, don't start yet. We're going to pick up some white and a tiny touch of brown. And we're going to start putting that right back and forth here where it meets our water. And then as we're moving over to that right hand side, we're picking up more and more brown. So that's how we get the light brown to a dark brown kind of fade. We start over here with a fair amount of white and just a tiny bit of brown on our brush. And we're going to put that on back and forth and then start picking up some more dark brown so that it gets darker on this side. Again, it's just blending. Little bits at a time. So that's nice and light by our water. If there's a little gap between your beach and your water, don't worry about it. We have those big waves to go on there. So we'll be able to fix that up. Small amounts at a time. Take your time. And it's a beach. We don't want it to be a solid color. We want that texture. Just adding little bits more at a time. So it kind of blends together. We get a nice fade from light by the water, working our way to a bit darker on the side.
So as we go into that drawing break, I'm going to ask that question again, and then we'll give the answer when we come back. 65% of managers say they would not hire someone if they fail to do this in a job interview. What is it? And the answer is not shake your hand.
It's not shake your hand. Bring them a coffee. That's how I got this job. I was like, here's a coffee. Can I work for you?
Was it country style?
It was country style coffee.
Get that edge. That camera
I'm
angle.
working my way over there.
That a camera angle can see just white on that edge there.
Okay.
There we go. Look at that. Isn't that nice?
That's nice. That's nice. We got that beach right over there.
There we go.
Yeah. There we go. So we got it light where it meets the water, and it gets darker on that edge.
I don't know, Damon. So far, I'm liking this better than the original.
See, that actually means a lot. That means a lot coming from Mr. Jeffrey Jefferson, the J-Man.
The J-Man.
Then go ahead and clean out your brush, dry it off. We're going to take a little drying break here. You guys can get caught up. Whatever you need to do, we'll come back and keep going. Alrighty, how we doing? All good? Ready to go? Still in happy beach mode, I hope? We're going to go ahead. We're going to take our medium brush. If you have a smaller canvas, if you're doing this on just like a little guy, take your small brush. But with that medium brush and very small amounts of white at a time, we're going to hit the sky and the water with some highlights. Now we're going to do that with the skinny side of our brush, so not the wide side. Skinny side. We're going to pick up a little bit of white on our brush. We're going to wipe it off so that there's not very much. You're going to hold it really close to the bristles. Now when you're doing this, the lighter you press it against there, the skinnier it will be. We want to do this fairly quickly, just nice, quick little lines, just so you're not putting your brush on there and you're not overthinking it and trying to get that line straight. Nice, quick little ones. We're going to throw some highlights into our sky first. What I always do when I'm doing this is I actually stick my pinky finger out, and if you can hear it on camera, that sound is just my finger running across the canvas, because I'm using that to make sure that I'm not pressing very hard. So my finger's on the canvas, and it's what's holding my hand back. Does that make sense? Just using that to guide my paintbrush. So yeah, that scratchy noise is just my finger guiding my paintbrush so I'm barely touching the canvas. And light. Do we see those on camera, or is it a little too faint?
You can see them there.
All right. We're going to do the same thing through our water with some white, nice and light.
Oh, I didn't get in back to that trivia question.
Fail!
Fail.
All right.
65% of managers say they would not hire someone if they fail to do this in a job interview. What is it? The answer is make eye contact.
Make eye contact.
Okay. So you don't want to go in there all shifty-eyed.
No, no.
Make good eye contact, but don't be a creep. Right? Don't be like, and not blink. You know, one of those guys that don't blink and just kind of.
Just stare the entire time.
You're probably not going to get the job if you do that.
Well, maybe you will.
Maybe you will.
Maybe they're looking for somebody who has their eyes wide open.
Or eyes wide shut.
There we go. Just some white highlights in our water. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a pale yellow. So we're going to take some white first, and then we're going to add some yellow to it. I guess I shouldn't say pale yellow. More of a sunshine yellow. Because we got to paint in our sun. So we start with a little bit of white, and we add some yellow to it. A nice little sunshine yellow. Then we're going going to put in that little half circle of a sun. I've had people ask me before, what's the easiest way to paint in this sun? Put this little in there. What you want to do is you want to picture you're painting a circle and only do half of it.
For the sun?
That was another joke. Where's my Relax I'm Hilarious shirt?
That was supposed to be funny, guys.
I laughed.
You did.
Nobody else did. They're all like, nope. I'm sorry. The quarantine's really starting to get to me. So you can do this with your medium brush or your small brush, whichever you feel more comfortable with. You want to be able to see it on top of your background there, so you might have to add a touch more white to it, a touch more yellow. Just a nice faint little sun. We can always come back and do another coat if we need. But we're also going to take some of that sunshine yellow and we're going to put some streaks below it, going back and forth, the same way we did the water ones, or sorry, the white ones. So we get that little reflection. Nice and light. These aren't all the same length. We don't want just a little rectangle of this in there. There we go. I'm happy with that. Why don't we ask another trivia question before we get to the fun part?
Let's see what we got here.
What do we got here? Note a paper towel.
39%.
He's really all about the percentages.
I mean,
today.
because they're. I like
These are random percentages that he just came up with.
statistics I made up in my head.
Yeah.
39% of North American adults are tired of these and would like to see less of them in 2020.
Kids.
What are they?
I'm kidding. I have a daughter. I just
You're on the right track, though.
less of these in
2020. They're tired of them. They don't want to see any more of these. I want less of these in 2020. Sick of it. Don't do it.
TikToks.
Pop your guess in the comments. We'll get that answer here shortly.
We'll see. While you guys are pondering that, grab your pencil or your chalk and draw in your beach chair. I'll give you a minute.
I only need 30 seconds.
What? Yeah,
Just
you
a
guys
small-
ready? All right, so
small
we're gonna
chair.
paint our beach chair. No, I'm
Paint it.
kidding. I'm kidding. Our beach chair. I broke it down into steps. Just gonna move this. And there's four steps. So this is 1 and 2. Number 1, you want to start with a nice big tombstone shape. Nice big tombstone shape. If you do light little pencil lines, you'll be able to erase it, change the shape of it some. So nice and light little pencil lines or chalk. And we're going to put in that tombstone shape. Step number 2, we're going to put in these long back legs. Or back leg, or sorry, You know what I mean, back leg.
Back leg.
There we go. And then the little one over there.
It's like tiger teeth.
Tiger teeth. There we go. Tombstone, tiger teeth,
Tiger King.
Tiger King. I'm sure we've all binge watched that so far, or we've all finished it. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But don't worry, we will leave up the final one for a little bit. But here's step 1, here's step 2. There's step 3, there's step 4. Alright, so you should have that finished. Okay. Step 3 is where we work on the arm and the front leg. And step 4 is where we put in the other arm and a little line across for the bum of our chair. So again, step 1 is just the tombstone. Step 2, add in those tiger teeth. Step 3 and step 4. Now I'll leave this up here for a minute. I'll go pencil mine in real quick. But I'll leave that up there so that you guys can get your pencil lines in. And we're back. Alright, so we all have our beach chair drawn in there. Hope that wasn't too stressful. Now we're going to make a dark red. And we're going to paint in that whole beach chair with a dark red. To make a dark red, I'm going to do it with my medium brush. We're going to start with a couple scoops of red. And then we're going to add tiny little pinpricks of black at a time until it's nice crimson red. Now if you want, you can change the color of your beach chair. Doesn't have to be this color. It can be any color you want. This is what I'm going to go with, is a nice dark red. So I'm just adding tiny little bits of black until I get a dark red that I'm happy with. Small amounts at a time. You can always add more black. Kind of hard to take it away. Whatever color you decide to make up, like I said, I did dark red. We are going to go ahead and we're going to paint in that whole chair. We'll bring the shape back to it afterwards when we highlight it. But right now, it's just painting in that whole chair. How about that trivia there, Jeff?
You need another one, right? We're not waiting on an answer. Oh, here's a good one. Video games are the #1 thing that kids are saving.
We are
their
waiting
money.
on an answer.
Well, what?
You said like 35% of people said they didn't want it, or they wanted to see less of this in 2020.
Oh, yes. 39% of North American adults.
Slacking.
Oh, wow. Sorry. 39% of American adults or North American adults are tired of these and would like to see less of them in 2020. What are they?
Cell phones.
No.
TikTok videos.
Gender reveal parties.
Gender reveal parties.
You know, they get together, like, to throw up the ball, and the guy hits it, and it's a puff of either pink or blue, or they open a box, and the balloons come out, or they cut the cake, and...
In my opinion, if you don't want to see them, just scroll on Facebook. That's all you got to do. It's just scroll.
They're sick of them.
Just scroll. Problem solved.
Gender reveal parties.
If you want to have a gender reveal party, do it. Somebody doesn't want to see it, scroll.
Just 39% of people don't want to see it.
I'm like, meh. You do you.
That's true.
There you go. Jeff and Damon in the morning, solving the world's problems.
I will ask my other question, though, as I started to.
All right.
Video games are the #1 thing that kids are saving their money for. So, what is #2? So kids are, they get money for their birthday. They're like, oh, great, I'm going to save for Luigi's Haunted Mansion 3. Because games are like $89.
Oh, jeez.
Just for the game. So what is #2? What is the #2 thing that kids are saving for? Pop your guesses in the comments. Let's see who's right.
All There we go. So we painted our chair in with that dark red, or whichever color you chose. Trying to break this chair down as simple as possible, simplified it a little bit. We have had people in the past say that it's a tricky chair to do. I hope I'm making it a bit easier than before. Oh, the paper towel.
I can give you
Where's
some,
the
sir.
paper towel, man? Thank you. Now's a good time. If you need to do a second coat on your sun, go for it. Make it stand out a bit more. But then we're going to need a clean, medium brush, because we're going to start work on this little splash where the water hits the beach. And these are all going to look a little different. The way I always like to do mine is with a lot of white and tiny itty bitty pinpricks of blue. And you want to do fairly quick brush strokes. We're not really doing a pattern. Using the wide side, do a quick short brush stroke one way and then the other way. It's like we're just quick, short, little ones. So that it kind of looks like we got a splash coming on that beach with white and tiny pinpricks of blue. Now, don't brush over the same spot a whole bunch, otherwise it's all going to turn the same color. We want this to be faint. Sorry, we want this to be kind of multicolor so it stands out. It's wider down here at the edge and gets skinnier as it goes up to that top. Just do a couple quick brush strokes and moving on. A couple quick brush strokes and moving on. So it's not all the same color. Got some texture in there. Oops.
Hello.
Paintbrush down. Paintbrush down.
So that trivia question again. Video games are the number one thing that kids are saving their money for. What is number two? What is your guess, David?
I'm going to say headphones.
Headphones.
Yeah.
No.
Oh. I'm terrible at these trivias today.
Yeah. Not winning.
I'm winning at life.
That's it. You are. The answer? Legos.
Legos. Ah, yes. Oh, I love Legos.
Not cheap.
No, they are not cheap.
Legos are not cheap.
They are not cheap at all, but Legos are the best.
Yeah, I like Lego.
Oh, I wish I still had like all the Legos from when I was a kid. We all had like a giant bucket of it because they were cheap then. But that could be a retirement plan these days, just a bucket of Lego. Doing better than the stock market.
Yeah, really.
Shoot. Just some quick, short little brush strokes. Nice little waves, nice and rough. I like it. That's nice. I'd sit on that chair and watch that wave. So we have one more color to make, and that is some pink. Now you can make it with your medium brush if you like, but we're going to be painting it with our small brush. So to make pink, start off with white, and we're going to add some red into it. Again, you can change up this color if you like. It can be whatever you want it to be. And with our little tiny brush, we're going to hold that paintbrush close to the bristles. We're going to pick up a little tiny bit at a time. And the lighter we press it against the canvas, the skinnier our lines will be. So now we got to start accenting this chair and bringing back some of that definition. So we're going to start off right in about here. Light little lines. Little.
Man down.
We're having lots of technical difficulties today.
And we'll be right back.
There we go. Stay. All right. So, a little bit of pink, nice light. Nice light lines. Little highlights at a time. Just defining that chair a little bit. Take your time with this. And we have a beach chair. There is one more thing to do. Well, technically two. One though, we need to add a little shadow beneath our beach chair. So again, take your time, it's all good. This video is going to stay up. Hit that pause button. The way we do that is we wet the bristles of our medium brush and we pick up a tiny little bit of black paint. Small amounts, a little bit of this goes a long way. And then nice and lightly, we're going to brush some in for a little shadow underneath our beach chair. Less is more. You can always add more of this. It's hard to take it away. You can always add more. It's just a little shadow.
It's very watered down, so you can almost still see the sand behind it, right?
Yeah, you want to just wet your bristles and pick up that tiny bit of black paint. So we get a faint shadow. If you have a black line to start with, just wipe it off and wipe your brush off. Try again. If it's too thin, you can just add a little bit more black to it. But it's a shadow. Small amounts, because we don't want it to drip on the canvas at all. There we go.
What else do you have left to do?
What else do we have left to do? We have the most important step there, Jeffrey Jefferson.
What is that now?
That would be... sign it! And we're done. Gotta sign your painting.
Great job.
Hope you guys enjoyed that. Thinking about a beach on a day like today. Love to go out there and sit in that chair myself. Thank you very much. You can come back in, sir.
Thank you, Damon. All right, guys. As you mentioned, I hope you guys enjoyed painting along with us today of this lovely beach chair. I wish we were all sitting on that right now. It looks breathtaking. So, as we mentioned earlier, if you want to see this video again, you can go, or if you haven't seen it and you want to see some of our other videos, I'm not really making sense right now, but you can go to our Facebook
Words
site.
are hard!
Words are hard. You can go to our Facebook page, East Coast Art Party PEI, like the page so you can get all of our notifications of any new videos that we have. On the left-hand side, click on videos. All of our videos are there to be able to be viewed. What else? Send along your pictures. Send them to us. We'll post them on our page. We love seeing everyone's work, and send them along on our page, and we'll make sure that we get them posted. What else? We got lots of more events coming up here. We're trying to do a couple a day. So we got our usually around 11 o'clock every morning. We have a kids one, and then 6:30 at night we'll do one for adults. But I mean, kids can paint that as well. And at 11 o'clock, the adults can paint the kids one. It's all good. If you need any supplies at all, you can go to our website, eastcoastartparty.com, and up top, click on supplies. We have everything that you need to do any one of these events. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Anything I'm forgetting?
I think that's about it, sir.
That's about it. Okay, well, we'll see you next time. Thanks again, and take care of yourselves.